friends. Welcome to MusiCity Kids. My name is Tamara with Love in a Big World, and I'm so glad you are here with us today. And as you can see, we're outside on my back porch, and you can hear the sounds of the birds and the animals, see the trees. I can feel the breeze. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I'm glad you're here to spend some time with us. We're going to be talking about things you can do outside this summer. Have some fun. And to get us started, we've got Riki with Be Well in Schools, so get ready to get up and get moving.
Hi friends, Riki Ratner here with Be Well in School, and today we're going to begin a series where we learn some new yoga poses and ultimately we'll build a sequence. So I'm really excited to take this virtual journey with you while we're all staying safe and healthy at home. So today, let's get started with mountain pose. You can use a mat, you can use a towel, you can come outside. I am barefoot on the grass right now and it feels really good. I have my mat behind me. Or you can just do it anywhere in your house, whatever you got. You just need your body. So let's dive in. So to find your mountain pose, you want your feet about your inner hips width distance. So I take two fists, I put them down, and I look to see that my feet are about that distance. And then you want to really press down through your feet. You can even rock back and forth on your toes. I heard my ankle crack maybe. You might hear your joints crack, that's a-okay. But this helps you connect your feet and just notice those points on your feet where you really connect with your mat and the earth. And that helps you balance. And then we can settle. And we'll soften our knees. We don't want to lock out the knees here. We want them soft. We want to reach down with our fingers as we draw the shoulders together on the back to open up our heart. And then we can press. You want to imagine you have a crown on your head and you're pressing that crown proudly towards the sky. And then you can close your eyes here. You can soften your gaze down below. You can look up. It's whatever feels good to you. And then that deep belly breath that we've talked about if you've been here with us before, you can connect with that here and take a deep breath in through your nose and fill your belly up. And on the exhale, you draw your belly in towards your spine. And just notice how you are bringing so much awareness and intention to this shape. So really reaching down through your fingers. I could not give attention. I could just let my hands, my shoulders be limp here and soft. But instead I want to draw my shoulders together on my chest, actively, on my back, to open up my chest. I want to reach down through my fingers. I want to press down through my feet and be really aware in my body. This helps strengthen your joints. It helps build strength in your feet and strengthen the arch of the foot, which is super important. And it's a good way to just wake up your body first thing in the morning. This is a pose that is frequently incorporated in yoga flow, so it's a great way to get started. I look forward to building and flowing with you guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Riki. One of my favorite things to do is yoga. Next, we've got some math just for you from Steve, all the way from South Africa. Can you find that on the map?
Hey Tamara, it's Steve here in Cape Town, South Africa. And I've got something really cool to talk to you about. We're going to be looking at math and something old-fashioned. And I'm going to take the idea of old-fashioned and go way, way back, millions of years ago. If I had to ask you, how do we know that dinosaurs existed? Many of you will say, we find the bones or the fossils. And of course, when you take the bones and you put them together, you can build this giant skeleton. It's kind of like a mathematical puzzle. And we can tell how large a creature is, but we certainly don't know what it looked like because we needed skin samples and we didn't even know what color the skin was. Yes, when some of the dinosaurs fell into the mud, the skin made an imprint. And when it all got hard and over the many years when they managed to find those fossils, they could find what the texture of the skin looked like. But we certainly still don't know today what color most of the dinosaurs were. Now if I had to ask you, do you know was there a dinosaur version of a shark that existed? Most of you will say, oh yes, we've heard about the megalodon. This creature lived below the ocean. It was at the top of its food chain. Now, if this creature died and went all the way down to the bottom of the ocean, we certainly wouldn't find skeletons, and that's because sharks don't have bones. They have cartilage, which is like that soft bendy stuff you find in your ear. So if they died and went to the bottom of the ocean and we don't find bones, how do we know that they existed? And it turns out the one piece of evidence we have, I happen to have one with me, are the teeth. This is the tooth of a megalodon. You can see, compared to the size of my hand, it is rather large. I'll bring it up close so you can have a look at that. And this particular creature, as I said, was at the top of its food chain. It ate everything. Nothing ate it. And if I had to ask you, just from one tooth, how do we work out the size of this creature? Well, it just so happens we do a little bit of mathematics. A great white tooth is very similar to a megalodon tooth. And a great white tooth this size belongs to a great white that is 15 feet. And since this tooth is 6 times the size, we're assuming that this creature was 6 times the size of a great white. And 6 times 15 gives you 90 feet. That is a rather large beast. Of course, today we don't find them in our oceans anymore. They've been extinct for millions of years. Do you know why? I'm going to let you think about that. Back to you, Tamara.
What do you like to do outside? Here's some ideas from By Kids for Kids with Jalen.
Hey guys, it's Jalen
and Donovan.
So what I really like this summer is that we live on a farm. Even though we've been quarantined,
We found really cool things to do.
one of those things is playing basketball. We also have a really cool fire pit and we like to make fires. We also get to play music sometimes. Another thing we really like to do is play pickleball.
Hey guys, there's another thing we also like to do over summer. We like to play with our dog Stella. And she's really fun to play with because she's so acrobatic. This isn't our garden, but it's still really pretty. We even have a track to ride our bikes on.
We see some really cool animals out here on this property, like coyotes, snakes, rabbits, all kinds of birds, horses, dogs.
We have bees, and the bees make lots of honey.
And don't forget the hammock.
Woo! Yeah! Let's go!
Thanks for visiting our farm. Back to you, Tamara.
Yes, we would love to hear what you like to do outside, whether it's skating, biking, playing hide and go seek, hunting for lightning bugs, digging up earthworms, What do you like to do? Tell us in the comments below. Here's Miss Rachel and her daughter singing a song from their backyard.
I would like to sail away. I'll be the captain, you'll be my first mate. Won't you say you'll come along with me for an adventure on the sea? We'll need a boat, she'll need a name. I think Yolanda sounds real good. Do you feel the same? Purple sails would look nice. We'll sail around Jamaica, maybe once, maybe twice. I would like to sail away. I'll be the captain, you'll be my first mate. Por favor, ven conmigo para una aventura en el mar. We'll swim with narwhals and ride the waves. We'll search for treasure, gold and jewels, and hide them in the cave. We'll use the stars to find our way. I think our maiden voyage will last 100 days. I would like to sail away. I'll be the captain, you'll be my first mate. Won't you say you'll come along with me for an adventure on the sea? Para una aventura en el mar.
Here's a very special book for you to read. It's one of my favorites, Miss Roomfius by Barbara Cooney. I want you to see how Miss Roomfius changes the world with her outdoor activities. And you can change the world too. Tell us all about what you discover as you read in the comments below. Now it's time for some gardening with Miss Rachel. And for this, you're gonna wanna bring out your shovel, some dirt, and some seeds. It's time to plant a garden.
Hi Music City kids! I'm about to prepare my garden bed here for planting this season and wanted to talk a little bit about it with you first. So you know how you put plants into a garden bed and then if you eat them, they are good for you, right? They give you nutrients. Anyone ever told you to eat your vegetables and fruits? Where do those fruits and vegetables get their nutrients? Well, they actually get them from the soil. So before I plant anything in my vegetable garden here for the year, I always want to make sure that the soil has lots of nutrients in it so that those nutrients go into the plant, which then goes into my body or anybody else who eats the food from my garden. So it's really important when you're gardening to make sure that your soil gets all its nutrients. You've got to recharge your soil before you plant your crops in it. So that's what I'm going to do today. So you can see in this garden bed how I've been planting things in it and harvesting for about 2 years. The soil level has dropped. So I actually need to add some more soil to refresh my garden bed. There are a lot of things I want to plant in my garden this year. I'm going to start with this little parsley plant. So when I add soil to my raised bed, that's just one way that I take care of that raised bed. It's a give and take. So I give some soil and some nutrients to the soil, and then I take what I harvest, plants. And you know, people need that recharge too, so that we can give and take. So I wonder what is something that you like to do to recharge yourself. Bye-bye.
Did you know that you can run an outdoor business? That's right. Whether it's renting bikes or taking people on hikes or maybe even a lemonade stand. Find out more with Mr. Josh and his son Zion.
Thanks, Tamara. I am Joshua Mundy here for another episode of Entrepreneurship, MusiCity Kids. And I have my main man with me,
Zion.
Yes, and last week we showed you that we were going to start a lemonade stand. I'm not sure what you all are starting, but we're in the process of getting all your materials together to launch that business. So last week we showed you fresh lemons, water, and a jug, but we made some adjustments this week. So I went to the store and picked up this Country Time lemonade mix, which cost us about $2.50, and I picked up some cups, which cost us another $2. So our cost is still the same at $4.50. So we're gonna show you our process to make this lemonade and start selling the lemonade. Stay tuned. Now Zion is opening up the lemonade. He's pouring it in, making sure we use all of our ingredients. Now we're filling it up with water. From there, we have to stir the water and our ingredients together to make our lemonade mix. Stir it good, Zion. Now it wouldn't be right without a taste test. How is it, Zion?
Good.
Awesome. You all give it up for Zion. Didn't he do an amazing job? So we mixed all of our ingredients together and we were able to make 32 cups of lemonade. Now me and Zion discussed that we're gonna sell our lemonade for $1. Now this is the math problem that I want you all to work on for next week's episode. So we spent $4.50 on all our products, which was our lemonade mix and our cups. And we were able to make from that 32 cups of lemonade. So the question is, how much money will we make when we sell all of our lemonade? That is the question. So next week, we'll start marketing our business and we'll be ready for business. Back to you, Tamara.
I love to take walks outside. Here's Nadia with a tip for how we can do some bird watching when we're hiking.
Hi Music City kids! The other day I went on a hike and decided to film some of the things I saw. In these woods I usually hear a lot of unique sounding birds, so this time I did some research on the park and found out what species of birds live here. As I was walking, I recorded some bird sounds on my phone, so that's what you'll be hearing throughout the video. The first species of bird is called a barred owl. This is one of the most common types of owls that can be seen in this area. It is active during the day and may be seen quietly perched on a tree limb above the trails. Groups of 3 or more sometimes communicate with a series of howls and squawks. These owls fly in complete silence, which helps them hunt for rodents and small birds, and they also feed on snails and frogs. The second type of bird that lives here is the pileated woodpecker. This woodpecker is the size of a crow with a striking red crest at the top of its head. It carves long rectangular furrows in dead trees searching for insects, and it digs out a distinctive rectangular nest. It also has a loud and clear call that can be heard for miles in the forest. The third type of bird that can be seen in this park is the eastern bluebird. This close relative of the robin is usually associated with open fields where it uses nest boxes to raise 3 babies per year. They are found along woodland and road edges, nesting in natural holes in the trees. Males are sky blue with a chestnut-colored chest, and the females have a duller grayish color. These birds sing a low-pitched song and eat insects and seeds. The last bird I'll talk about is an American goldfinch. This small yellow and black bird varies in color depending on the season. In the winter, the yellow becomes a dull green. Males look similar to the females but have more feathers. These birds mainly eat seeds and use weeds and vines as nest material. Like the bluebird, it is easy to spot in open fields, but can be seen in flight or on treetops singing like a canary. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the videos from my hike and learning about these cool birds. I encourage you to get outside as often as you can. You can find some beautiful places to explore and learn about. So next time you're out in nature, see if you can take some cool pictures, videos, or you could even just listen to the sounds around you. Listen for unique animal sounds, listen to the wind in the trees. The more you take notice of what's around you, the more you can understand and appreciate your environment. Thanks again for watching. Back to you, Tamara.
Friends, you've spent the last 16 months inside, alone. I'm telling you, you gotta get outside and get playing. With your friends and your family. Jump rope, ride bikes, take a wagon ride, explore the woods, go swimming, play in the sprinkler, jump on the trampoline, go to the playground. You can go to the playground again. Yes, without your masks on. So much fun. There's a whole big world out there waiting for you to explore. And as you're re-engaging with your friends and family, remember that you can make a difference as you choose to love in a big world. Show that smile. Make that friend. And see what you can do to make this world a better place. Get away from the screens and have some fun. All right, we'll see you next time here on Music City Kids.